Hi everybody, ahoy everybody. So today we're gonna speak about the struggle of being an exchange student, whatever in the world you are. So the first struggle we are gonna speak about is the language, and actually the language create a lot of different struggles. It's not only the fact that you cannot understand the language, but it's more about what happened because you cannot understand the language. First of all is when people try to speak to you in the language that you don't know. Every time that I go in a restaurant and I try to speak in Czech, and I almost get wrong all the sentences that I try to say, the struggle is that people don't really like to speak in English, so they speak in Czech to you. And another situation about this is when people in your class or people you are with are all Czech and you are the only foreigner. So they usually speak in Czech to each other, and this is fine, it can happen, and it's not really comfortable, but whatever, it's normal. But the fun fact is that when they start to laugh all together, and at that point you have two possibilities. One, don't laugh, and two, you can start to laugh and hope so badly inside of yourself that nobody's gonna ask what the joke was. The second struggle that I want to talk about is when usually people speak in front of you about you. It happened twice to me, and I was at the supermarket with my family and we met the neighbor. There are a couple of doctors and they were speaking together, and they were asking to my mom how I was going and how was the school and how was those kind of stuff, but they didn't ask me because they didn't speak English. So actually that was pretty strange because I was just like, okay, but that's why. The second time it happens at the party, and I was speaking with this boy, and that this boy turned to my old sister and he was just like, hey, so how is going your sister? And so here the boy, here my sister, and I was in the middle, and he was asking my sister how I was when I was in front of him. So that was pretty strange actually, and it lets you feel like you're ignored or something like this, but actually it's just like, why? You became really selfish with money. Usually it's not a good thing, but for the fact that you have to pay for yourself for a lot of stuff, because your host family is gonna pay for a lot of stuff for you, but not for everything. So every time that you go somewhere, you're just like, oh my god, this is so expensive. And maybe it's not. Usually it's really cheap. Actually, Czech Republic is kind of cheap. It depends on the cities, but Ostrava is really cheap. So for me, that I'm from Rome, a big city, it's actually cheap. So every time that I go somewhere, I'm just like, oh, that's cheap. But I have to pay for it by myself. And you just get like really conscious about how much money do you spend and how much they are, and they are a lot usually. The video is finished. I hope you enjoy it and it could like make you laugh in some way. So if you like this video, you can share it with whoever is gonna be interested about it, or is gonna laugh about it, or is gonna just like it. And you can put like below if you want, and you can comment, you can ask me stuff. I will be always like really happy to answer to questions about my exchange period. See you the next week with a new video.